As a Regency girl, when you wear your dress, you would see some things poking through. You don't want to see your chemise. You don't want to see your petticoat. You don't want to see your stays. But they're very much visible. Also, you're a bit cold. Very historical. People would wear a fichu, or also they would wear a chemisette. When it comes to chemisettes, sometimes they're see-through, so you can still see this area. How to make it very Regency day wear. How do you wear a fichu, and how to make sure that these things are covered. Your neck is covered, and also to look more elegant than you already are. This is a how to wear a fichu in the most elegant way possible 101 lesson from your everyday casual Regency girl. It's me. First of all, we need a fichu. Fichu is very easily done, and it is just a triangle. Cut and hemmed all around. You can make it more beautiful if you add some embroidery or also lace. But I have the most simple fichu that I made out of very thin cotton, but it's still not very see-through, and it is fantastic for the purpose. I myself sewn a fichu the day before my Regency picnic. I would say without it, it would not have been a full look, and I'm so glad I actually made it because it made all the difference, and I really loved wearing it when I was frolicking in the fields too. Here is how to wear it. Let me show you. Here's the fichu, and as I said, it is just a piece of triangle fabric, cloth, whatever you call it. It is a bit see-through. We have a triangle. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the super straight piece, and it's gonna go at the top, and the triangle is gonna go at the bottom. We're gonna place it right behind our neck. So the triangle is gonna be at the back. Then you have two long pieces of triangles. These are gonna be right here. I feel like it's just, it's very simple. Obviously, don't wear your bonnet, maybe like wear your bonnet after it, but we do what we gotta do. Now, you can do it multiple ways. There is the first way, which is very easy. You do this. Very easy. Does it cover all the things that you didn't want to see? Yes, it does. That's the first method. You just let go of the long pieces and they hang. Same as the back. It's all loose. We're just a very casual Regency. We just kind of threw everything together. Maybe, we just want to go for a walk. Super fast. Nothing very interesting. Now there is another interesting method of taking these two pieces and tying them, but very loosely, like so. And it looks something like this. It is literally just a bit like knot at the bottom here. You can also do it a bit less loosely, and you can tie it a bit more. Obviously, when it comes to a bit more, it's gonna need a bit more like zhuzhing, figuring things out. Not my preferred method. I like the loose knot more, or just kind of letting it down like this. There is actually another method, which is quite fun. Also kind of makes your bust bigger, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these pieces. Well, first of all, it involves, let's say it is very much a super windy weather and you're scared that your fichu is gonna fly off. Now, we're gonna stuff this into the dress. We're gonna take these pieces, we're gonna stuff it into the dress. This way, the fichu is not gonna go anywhere. And also, we're gonna make sure that all of that situation, even in the front, is gonna be covered. Because that's what we're doing here. It is all for the modesty and also making sure that all the underlayers are not visible. Just gonna see the dress. But also, what I saw from it is that your bust is a bit bigger, but whatever suits you, you can do with it. And pretty much something like that. What we're gonna do, we're literally just gonna stuff everything all around, even the back. You might need a bit of help at the back. I might need a bit of help at the back because I can't reach the back. But imagine I have help. And usually when you're living in a household, you're probably gonna have an older sister or maybe other siblings or maybe a maid. But I don't have a maid. I'm doing it all by myself, and I would say this is my favorite method. You can make it a bit more like this, just kind of scrunch it up a bit. You can have like a bigger fichu if you want to. You can have a more beautiful fichu if you want to, but it's pretty much doing what it's supposed to do. First of all, it's covering your neck. It's protecting it from all the elements, but also, which I found after just wearing historical clothes and understanding that there will be layers showing, and at first I was very nervous about it. I was like, is this supposed to happen? Did I do something wrong? Did I sew the dress incorrectly? Well, no. They will be visible because that's how the dresses were, and then the underlayers are gonna show. You can sew them maybe slightly differently. You can just not wear the undergarments, but who are you, a modern person? Don't do that. If you're trying to be historical, then this is how it's going. Obviously, fichu is coming from previous century, but it was still very much a useful item during the Regency era, and of course, after that, the chemisettes were also popular. But as a person that don't have a chemisette, and fichus are pretty much a very easy thing to make, literally took me what? I don't know, 15 minutes? Maybe like hemming was a bit slow, but pretty much you don't even have to hem it if you don't want to. Especially if you're using the sticking method like this, you don't have to hem it. You can just stick it in. And then also make sure that the back is also at the back. And then you're done. It's so simple. Make a fichu. I promise you're gonna look a lot better. Without a fichu, I don't look like a Regency. Also, without a bonnet, I don't look Regency. And without the curls in the front. Also, need some maybe pearls or coral. Don't have them, but I'll get them soon. But if you're going for like more casual, more day wear, Regency, this is pretty much it. Also, maybe some earrings and obviously some jewelry, but this is additional add-ons if you want to. It's just very elegant. Also, if I add some like jewelry here, it looks a lot more nicer because you can see a bit of jewelry here. The pieces are not flying anywhere, especially when you are in British weather. There will be always wind and you don't want things flying off and you don't want to lose things. I hope you liked this video where I have shown you how to make a fichu. Super fast and easy way, like 5 minutes, you have a fichu, but also how to hide all of the things that are visible and maybe might annoy you as a first-time historical fashion wearing person that never saw something like this before, and they're like, oh no. They're like me, where they would get very frustrated and then start to shush everything and kind of try to hide everything. It's pretty straightforward, but I feel like when I was researching it, I didn't find any information. Maybe there is another way of wearing a fichu. Please tell me down in the comments below. I would love to hear that, but this is pretty much my preferred method of sticking everything in, maybe also zhuzhing it a bit here so that maybe your bust's gonna look a bit bigger. Whatever suits you, whatever you want to do with your fichu for whatever purpose you want to use it. Realize something. Oh yeah, I've just realized that. Make sure that the fichu goes under the dress but at the top of all the other layers, or else everything's gonna be visible. Basically wanted to make this video because the first time I did wear a historical costume, I guess it is a costume, a historical costume, I was very frustrated with the layers showing and I didn't want them to show, so I was a bit nervous and I didn't know how to hide it. Thank God I made a fichu, because if I didn't have a fichu it would look a bit off. But this is what the realities are. People had their layer shown, and actually there are some, I believe there are some paintings that do show the underlayers, but not every single painting or a fashion plate would show undergarments showing through, because, well, they're trying to not show the reality somewhat. It's the same as like, it's basically like Photoshop hiding all the not very pretty things, but they're in the reality, you can see them still, and it's okay. But if you don't want to see them, this is the way to go. I hope you're having a wonderful time, whatever you are in the world, and wearing beautiful dresses and dressing up for no apparent event, just dressing up casually for yourself or just to go outside. And I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.